be much higher up the table than they currently are. Christmas is traditionally a time for giving, but both Arsenal and Bournemouth have been far too generous this season already. With Mikel Arteta in the dugout for the very first time, some new manager bounce would be very welcome for Arsenal, who, like Bournemouth, haven't had a spring in their step for a while. 6 defeats in 7 for Bournemouth, 1 win in 13 for Arsenal. Aubameyang with Fraser up against Bukayo Saka, in towards Gosling, who was
into a couple of Arsenal bodies.
In from Saka, and it was safe from a Bournemouth point of view.
I think the big thing for Bournemouth today, to start with, certainly is patience.
Who manages to smuggle it through to Wilson, and a chance for Fraser, which is smothered by Leno.
Great goalkeeper.
In the counter charge for Arsenal here, trying to shake off various players in stripes, including Jack Stacey, who put up a really strong fight.
We did well.
Ozil helps it on to Lacazette, who puts too much behind it for Nelson.
A little bit more predictable.
Nelson into Mesut forward here, finding space for Saka, who looks for options and just finds Ramsdale. 5 minutes. Otherwise his action has been in the League Cup. Ainsley Maitland-Niles. Torreira. Ozil again. Lends it to Lacazette, who scoops it.
Somewhat disappointingly. Yeah, he knows that was a great chance.
He on for Callum Wilson. Fraser. Wilson! A rasping volley, which almost brought a spectacular end to it. Lacazette trying to squirm through, and Ramsdale bravely came to meet him. Nelson.
He's overdone it, that's a shame.
Stacey was the target there. Over again towards Cook, and Jefferson Lerma hits it. Well, he's capable of the spectacular. He scored a wonderful goal at Selhurst Park. Waiting for support. He gets it from Ozil and Lacazette. Or he falls in the way. Torreira. Straight at Gosling.
2 great blocks.
Lacazette into the path of Nelson. Once again, David Luiz. Well, he doesn't need a... Josh King underneath this, and on for Nelson. Looking to return the favour, and then Lacazette couldn't quite angle it through the bodies. It'll be an Arsenal corner.
Yeah, once again, David, he actually didn't...
Room all around him. Aubameyang. Once again, it couldn't be placed exactly where it was desired.
That flush of confidence that's required. I'm saying that because I never...
It was there when Chris Mepham left it alone. Otherwise, it could have been a problem for Bournemouth. Wilson met by Socrates. Aubameyang pops it back in the mix. Bournemouth have it, but then give it back. In towards Nelson, who perhaps wasn't expecting it to come to him that way.
Steve Cook, I think it was, who went for a flying.
Maitland-Niles, helped out by Lewis Cook. And that will be a Bournemouth corner.
Go well, Josh King. Not only
just tries to tickle it over towards Wilson and King. Callum Wilson. Little touch to keep Bournemouth going. And the cross finds the target. And it's Dan Gosling again, who is well and truly in the goal-scoring groove for Bournemouth. And that underlines the problems facing Arsenal's new man in charge. Their character as well as perhaps their quality. Lacazette. Options wait. One of them's Torreira with a very heavy... But it's Bournemouth who have their noses in front.
Your best players.
Bournemouth in full flight here at the moment, but gets the bounce of the ball off Socrates and keeps going King. And can't squeeze it past Leno. Arsenal were floundering for a moment there.
No, the more...
Good work by Simpson. Aubameyang for Saka. In the pouring rain on the south coast. They've trailed at the break in a Premier League game.
Controlling the ball on touchline, so a few people I think were a bit negligent in terms of general play to prize open his Arsenal defence.
Ozil from Lacazette. Aubameyang shapes to shoot, and it bent and swerved but didn't quite curl enough for him.
I think all that was actually missing from the Arsenal captain.
Stretching Arsenal again, looking for the runners. Morecambe was strong. Lewis Cook somehow kept it, and out. Lerma, that's dangerous potentially, and then that's rather daft, and Jefferson Lerma will get his customary yellow card. Torreira wants to get there and then was late, and there will be a conversation at least here from Stuart Atwell, the referee, and some paperwork to king the target and the recipient. And then he's hauled down by Ainsley Maitland-Niles, and it's his turn to see a yellow. In from Fraser. Gosling's hovering again, and Ryan Xhaka, Bukayo Saka, the ball. Aubameyang, and the pullback.
Being paid, and the big players have got to stand up for Arsenal. I'd be tempted not to have too many young not going well for you on one side.
Ozil, Aubameyang, and it just drops for Ramsdale. Stacey went with Arsenal's main man. Lerma for Wilson, lovely touch, just couldn't quite angle the finish correctly, and Leno was right behind it.
Yeah, it wasn't a clean strike at all.
Lacazette helps it on to Ozil. Nelson, Aubameyang! Arsenal finally click into gear in front of goal to give Mikel Arteta something to smile about. Philip Billing is preparing himself, and Harry Wilson. Cook goes with him and keeps him wide. David Luiz, Lacazette dancing his way through. Who had a knock this week, comes on for the final quarter of the game. Cook makes something of it and does. Oh, it's there for Callum Wilson, and it was just stolen away at the end. Lewis Cook, Harry Wilson, the touch for Stacey, and Arsenal get bodies in the way. They would have been furious had anything happened from that Bournemouth attack.
Come to left back in the meantime.
Here's Sokratis
opening weeks of your tenure.
Who can pack a punch from that kind of range. Instead he looks for Stacey. Over it comes, and it's dealt with by Willock. On the back foot here. It's opened up for him nicely, and it'll fall to Callum Wilson, but the flag is raised instantly. Just made sure he was there at a critical time for Arsenal.
That's good cover.
Torreira. Now Pepe.
Oh, the pass was on.
Lewis Cook caught him that time. Forward by Xhaka for Saka. Oh, and he might catch it.
He felt that ball was really rocking from a pattern of play that up.
Towards Lacazette. Up goes Lerma.
You're not going to get a penalty.
Stacey has to be careful. Saka with power. And it goes from Billing. Simpson was up there. Ryan Fraser. Wilson waits. Plenty trying to meet it with force. And there was plenty of force in that challenge too. Harry Wilson poleaxed by Lacazette, who may have heard him. Eddie Howe hopes. It's in from Wilson, but it's will play better under the new manager, no doubt about that. But today they had to dig in. Callum Wilson. Little touch to keep Bournemouth going. And the cross finds the target. And it's Dan Gosley again, who is well and truly in the goal-scoring groove for Bournemouth. And that underlines the problems facing Arsenal's new man in charge. Lacazette helps it on to Ozil. Nelson, Aubameyang! Arsenal finally click into gear in front of goal to give Mikel Arteta something to smile about.